This is Funny Minds, and I am your host, Lynn B.
Hello.
And today we have on our show Shawn Walchef. And Shawn, he is a podcaster. He is the founder of Cali BBQ Media. And you said you were a new dad, but I don't know when you were a new dad. How
It
old is
aren't
your
aren't
baby?
aren't you a new dad every day? I'm my son's 5 and
How
my
old is your
daughter's
baby?
3. My son is 5 and my daughter's 3.
Three. Oh, okay.
So you're knee deep in
So
it,
you're
right?
an old hand at all of this. Okay.
I don't know. I like I said, every day is a new day to be a new dad. So
Well,
Well,
listen, when they're 19 and they're 21, it's no different, believe me.
I that's what I that's
yes,
so
and
so I've been
when
told.
they're 50 and 37 and 35, they're no different either. So
There you go.
Well, thanks for coming on.
yes, thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
Did we pronounce the
So
last name correctly? Walchef?
Correct. Walchef. Yep.
Walchef.
thank you.
Nice.
So tell me, what is Cali Barbecue?
Cali BBQ is a restaurant group in San Diego. So we have 5 locations. We're going to be celebrating 15 years in business coming up on April 20th. We
Wow.
have 2 stadium locations, 2 ghost kitchen locations. So that is a delivery and takeout only location. And then we have a master smokehouse and media center, which is the original location.
Oh, smoked meat. It's so yummy. Oh. I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm getting hungry. You're making me hungry.
Come through.
Really? And you have your own podcast, so you're a podcast host also.
4 podcasts.
Four.
Wow.
Yeah, 4. We have a show with Entrepreneur Magazine called Restaurant Influencers. I just launched a show called Restaurant Idea Factory with 2 other podcaster creators. I have our original show, which is Digital Hospitality, and then I have another show called Own Their Phones, which is a restaurant marketing specific podcast.
Wow, you found a lot of time. Yes.
Created time. Created time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, really. I mean, I love doing it. I mean, we're coming up on a year, but I love doing it. I love meeting all the people that I've met so far. It's been very interesting, and it's just a lot of fun. But I'm a
Why
blabbermouth. I talk to
why
everybody.
why
So
did you decide to do it?
I retired. I retired, and I said I was going to write a book, which I did. And I wanted to do podcasting, and I thought it would be a lot of fun. And I wanted a co-host, and I was going to ask nobody other than my son. This is my son, so we're a mother and son deal, and we've got the same type of mannerisms, the same thoughts, the same. Our comedy is the same. What we think is the same. We have no register at times, and other times, we can be polite and be respectful, but we just and fun.
It's better to lean into your crazy. Don't be respectful.
Oh.
No, I would say that.
Lean into your
Stay real.
crazy. That's
Just
what
stay
makes
real.
that's what makes a good show.
Yeah, we just thought, she came up with the name Funny Lines, but really it's not all laughs and giggles. I mean, we really wanted to get in as interesting uh, 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 guests that we can get that are across the spectrum as far as all professions,
Mhm.
everything. I don't care what you do, as long as it's interesting, you have something that you could bring us through as far as how you got started in what you do, where you're at now, where you're going, what you have
Right.
to plug. This way, even though it's audio visual, a lot of platforms is just audio. So we
Right.
want people to hear the most interesting content that we could provide.
And people that have uplifting type of characteristics, and have something from all walks of life. It doesn't matter. We're very eclectic. So we've had a lot of very wonderful people, and when I read your bio, I said I'd love to have him on the show, and I'm so grateful that you said yes, because I find you to be a very interesting person, and you're involved in a lot of things, and a lot of what I think are very interesting. And so we're going to listen to you talk about yourself and how you got started, and what you find is your favorite thing to do. I mean, I'm going to interject just one second before you start that. I was very interested to see that you catered to the Chargers and to the hockey teams. Do you still do that?
We do.
You
Yes,
do.
we do.
Oh, okay. That's very
Yeah.
interesting. Very, very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, we love our goal is to get as much barbecue to as many people as possible. The problem with barbecue is it takes time and it takes
Mm-hmm.
expertise. And
Mm-hmm.
we've spent a long time learning the craft of barbecue, and now we're leveraging technology so that people don't have to wait in line and they can just order barbecue and get it delivered or take it out or come and experience it in one of our restaurants.
Are you originally a West Coast guy?
I am. I was
Raised?
born in Denver, but I moved to San Diego when I was 6 months old. So I'm as close to a San Diego native as you get without being actually born within San Diego city
What would they call
limits.
that? San Diego?
San Diegan, sure. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. San Diegan.
Okay.
That's us.
Well,
And you
that's
gotta stay
good.
classy. You gotta stay
That's
Yep,
classy,
right.
San
that's right.
Diego.
We always stay classy. It's the
Well,
prior.
listen, I got to say up front, Shawn, I forgive you for working for the Chargers since I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. But
Ah,
all in the name of love and barbecue. no, no, I
That's
just
true.
hey, listen, it's a phenomenal account to grab and get your foot in the door with
Yeah.
something that big. It's great.
yeah,
And I'm
getting
sure
a
they eat an awful lot.
They do. They do. Getting a check from the San Diego Chargers was definitely one of the highlights of my restaurant career. Something that
Framed it.
I would have given them the barbecue for free just for the opportunity, but to get actually paid to do something like that was really cool.
How'd you get started?
In the restaurant business, I started as a busboy and dishwasher. So
So you went through restaurant ranks.
well, yeah, in the beginning, I thought I hated restaurants when I was a kid. I was, didn't want to bust tables on the weekend when I was 13 years old, and all my friends were playing sports and going to the beach. So I didn't think I would be in the restaurant business, but after 3 failed attempts at getting into law school, an opportunity presented itself to get into the restaurant business, take over a liquor license at a breakfast place, and we thought that it was a great idea in 2008 at the height of the economic recession to open up a restaurant. And here we are 15 years later, we're a barbecue media company. I mean, we weren't even a barbecue brand when we first opened, and we certainly weren't a media brand, but we have 4 shows. We do lots of different media brand deals with the top hospitality technology partners in restaurants. And every single day I'm getting contacted by other brands that want to work with us to help them tell their stories online.
Oh, that's great. Did you say you got your liquor license at a breakfast place?
We did full liquor license we took over a breakfast concept and added a full type 47 license, which is beer, wine, and liquor. That was so that we
Okay.
could serve cocktails for 10 a.m. on the West Coast for NFL Sunday games
Excuse
kick
me.
off at 10 a.m. So we wanted to make sure that we were serving Bloody Marys and
Bloody Marys,
champagne and all
Oh,
that
mimosas,
stuff.
yeah.
all the good stuff.
Okay. Oh, I have to remember that. Come to your breakfast place when I come down there.
Well, we don't even have breakfast anymore. We started
Oh,
as breakfast.
no.
Now we just do barbecue. We do
Okay,
barbecue and we
strictly
do media.
barbecue.
Barbecue and media, internet storytelling.
Would you say your barbecue approach is modeled after any specific areas of the United States?
Kansas City. Yeah, we're a Kansas City style.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Dry rub, sauce on the side.
Mhm.
We do rib tips, St. Louis pork ribs. We also do tri-tip, which is a California cut of meat.
Yeah.
We do brisket as well. Brisket's our number one thing that we sell. Smoked chicken, pork, so pork butts.
The tri-tip is phenomenal, and it is a West Coast thing. I wish the rest of the country could get on board with it because
They
the
will.
barbecue
They will.
tri-tip is.
Yeah.
I know Baltimore, the Maryland area, tries to do something similar, but it's just really not.
It's
quite
not,
the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
I went to one place in Jersey that had the smokers, and someone had mentioned it, and I said, "Oh, let me go and let me try." And brought a couple of friends. And one Christmas when you were up, we brought you there. I don't know if you remember
I
it.
get hit in the
The food they really did a great job. I have to say, it was the first time I had eaten anything that was smoked, And it was, I said, oh my God, I got to come back here again. So yeah, when they come up for Christmas one time, I brought them there. I'm surprised that you don't remember, but it was really good. It's different. It's very different. You
Yeah.
know, I can't even barbecue because I almost set my house on fire. So, I won't
Don't
go
do
near a
that.
barbecue.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I know.
Barbecue is such an interesting approach to cooking, and there's so many different styles, and there's so many different approaches, and there's so many, different rubs versus vinegar sauces versus, barbecue sauces, and it's really interesting. You modeled yours after Kansas City style, which was
That was
phenomenal.
our
Burn-ins.
yeah, our pit master, Gene Goykache, he's the one that taught us how to do barbecue and how to do it the right way. And cooking it low and slow using Old Hickory pits. Old Hickory, they manufacture the pits in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, which is close to Kansas City, not very far, about a 3-hour drive. And
Uh-huh.
we've been out there. We met with the owner there and checked out their entire operation. We now have 4 Old Hickory pits at our smokehouse and cook meats every single day, low and slow. Once we're out, and then we cook up barbecue again the next day.
Now, do you go home and take a shower?
Yes. Yes.
And is your dog maul you as soon as you get home?
My dog's always hungry, whether I smell like barbecue or not. My
Yeah,
dog's
right.
a hungry dog.
Most dogs are.
Yeah, it's his favorite time of the day is eating. But I don't blame him.
Did you
Yeah.
go? Did you do anything? I mean, obviously, you worked in the restaurant business for a period of time. Did you do any? Did you work with any chefs? On the culinary side?
No, my last name is Walchef, which if you look at it, it's Walchef. And anytime that I do, media interviews, people go, oh, the chef. I'm like, I'm the farthest thing from a chef. I'm not the pit master. I'm not the cook in the kitchen. I barely use our Traeger at home. I'm more accurately, I'm the guy that's next to the pit master with the iPhone, taking videos for TikTok and Instagram and LinkedIn
Right.
and YouTube and podcast content. I'm the one that's always documenting, telling our story online.
That's in this day and age with the way we are with social media and everything else. TikTok obviously is huge right now. It's great to be able to put together what you put together and you get your brand and what you're doing and get it out to as many people as possible.
Right.
How's the feedback been so far? Not just from the San Diego area, but from around the country or the globe. As you guys started marketing.
Yeah, I mean, the hat that I'm wearing is a Toast hat. So Toast is a primary technology partner. If you go to no matter who's listening to this show, if you go into a local restaurant, you will probably see a Toast terminal when you check out, if they are a forward digital first restaurant. Toast is the #1 point of sale partner in the United States. They just started selling in Canada and in the UK. But they are a $13 billion company, and we partnered with them in 2020. And I told them we're a barbecue media company and we're going to make content for them, unboxing content, content about their products and services and things that they offer, so that other business owners can find out who they are and what they do. And that's led us down a path where we got invited to their initial public offering, so their IPO when they went public in 2021. We were one of 20 restaurants. They had 40,000 at the time. We were one of 20. We were one of 20 to get invited to that special company day where, they go public on Wall Street. So we were there documenting that. Now Toast is the primary title sponsor of our show with Entrepreneur. So Restaurant Influencers is presented by Toast. They're the title sponsor of that show, and I was just in Los Angeles covering one of their events that they put on. So, pretty much every single day I'm doing content of some sort for Toast and for the company.
Right.
That's huge. That's huge. I mean, I work for JW Marriott, who's elevated hospitality. I'll tell you what, I would kill for a Toast system.
Yep.
I think they need to get on board with it.
Well,
they will. I mean, the problem that big companies have is that they don't believe in the internet. They say they do, but their actions don't back that up. So if they don't care about content, commerce, and communication, which are the three things that happen on this smartphone device, if they don't care about those things and they don't prioritize them, and if they're making money, frankly, there's people that are getting paid too much money and they don't want to make a bad decision. So they don't want to bring on technology because they're scared. They don't know if it's going to help, and they don't want to be the ones that picked the wrong technology that broke everything.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. And some of them are, some of the big dogs think they're so big that they really don't need it. Their name is going to carry them through no matter what.
and that is not true. There are small hotel brands, small restaurant brands, small law firms, you name whatever business anybody's in. If you don't care about the internet, if you don't care about your website, if you don't care about social media, if you don't care about podcasts,
Right.
there will be somebody else in your industry that are doing the things to connect to community, to connect to other business owners. And, eventually you'll look around and you'll go, where did all the new business go? Well, the new business is on the internet.
I know. I just I'm about to start TikTok myself. I set up my YouTube and now setting up affiliates and stuff like that, and I'm gonna go out onto TikTok also. And it's a lot of work. And somebody said to me, "You're retired. Why are you doing all of this?" Because I'm not going to sit around and do nothing. I didn't, people in life say, oh, can't wait to retire. I'm tired of working. I can't wait. Yeah. And then when you retire, if you're a person that's been very active all of your life, you're just not going to sit there and watch TV all day or sit out on the porch. No, I have to be doing something. I have to be part of something. I want to be involved with something. And why not something that's going to make my life better and my family's life better?
Yep.
But it is a lot of work. Yes. There's days I sit for hours. I have to now, put a little buzzer on to get myself to get up and walk around every once in a while.
She's not really tech. So
Yeah, I call myself technology for
Nobody is.
dummies, but I've learned a lot.
Right now, just got on TikTok. All right, congrats.
Nobody, you laugh, but I work with the top technology companies in the world in the hospitality sector, and nobody's comfortable with technology. Everyone has a specific lane, things that they do well.
Yes.
I called them digital playgrounds. So there's some people that are just willing to look stupid, sound stupid. If you're willing to try it and to ask for help and to look on YouTube or listen to a podcast, like, you can find the answer. But most people don't want to look stupid or sound stupid.
Oh,
And
I
like,
know. I know. I had one girl on LinkedIn, and she's part of my network, and I'm in the women's animation group. And I commented on something that she made, and it was very interesting. And she had all these different steps of how to go about setting this up and that up. And I commented on, "Thank you so much. That was so helpful. What a great idea to put this up there." And she came back and she said, "Thanks, Lynn. Nobody really appreciates, a lot of times when you give them information, they just want to see the finished product." So I said, no, I'm a very visual person. I have to see things and understand things, and somebody's got to show me the way. And she said, if you ever need any help, do not hesitate. Do not, if you any questions, anything, you want to run something by me, you want to do something, send it out to me. And I just appreciated that she took the time to
yep.
really understand that, I was very interested. I'm not very well versed in some things, and you need help, you ask questions. I've always asked questions all my life. I don't care. And to me, no question is ever a stupid question.
I agree.
It's just the people that think that it is.
Well, they don't have the courage. They don't have the courage to ask the question.
Yeah, no, me, I'll ask questions. I don't care.
Or they would just want to just hire a guru and do it for them.
Yep.
That's the other route a lot of people go through, but
so, then you're not really doing your own content. Because nobody's going to write like me. Nobody's going to explain the same thing the way I want to explain it. So yeah, you can hire somebody, but they're not going to be you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're just not going to be you.
So what do you have going on currently, and what do you have upcoming in the future that's on the horizon? Are you going to expand, or are you going to dive into a different market?
So we're building our barbecue business and our media business at the same time. So we're looking at other airport locations, brewery locations, military base locations.
Oh,
We want to get more barbecue to more people in San Diego. And once we kind of figure out exactly what that looks like in San Diego, then we're at the same time concurrently looking at opportunities in Los Angeles and Orange County. So we know that we make great barbecue. We know that we have great technology to get more barbecue to more people. We
okay.
also know that the old way of building restaurants of, spending $500,000, $1 million, $2 million to build out a 5,000 square foot restaurant is broken. So we're going to be spending a lot of time in the next year, number one, building out our master smokehouse. So transforming the 250 seat restaurant into a 100-seat restaurant. So removing seats so that we can get more smokers and a media center built at our business. And then on the media side, we're going to continue to work with the best brands in hospitality. We have a lot of different people that are reaching out to us, which is why we keep creating new shows so that we have opportunities to feature these businesses and these products that people want to have on our shows.
Well, would you consider, or have you considered, like you do the Chargers and you do the Gulls, doing other sports franchises or?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Every stadium's different, that depends on, who has the F&B license for the stadium and who's winning the, the RFP. But yeah, I mean, we're built for stadium. It's slow food fast. So for us,
Right.
it takes a long time to make great brisket. 12 hours, 14 hours, same thing for pork, 6
Right.
hours for a rack of ribs. But we leverage technology so that when somebody's in line and they want to order ribs, they're not waiting 6 hours for ribs. Those are already been smoked. They're just ready and they're going to get those ribs right away.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have your points throughout the country that are noted for their different barbecue, but then you have a lot of other states and cities in the country that don't really have anything in the way of good barbecue, and that would be like, if you could score an account for the Green Bay Packers,
The cheese
and
head.
get away from the cheese curds and get into some barbecue. I mean, that's a home run right there.
Yep.
Folks like
Yeah.
that. But I guess it's time, connections, and everything else. There's obviously a process to that.
And yeah, you're gonna build slowly. You're not gonna jump because you gotta take your time and do things right. In your industry, you just don't jump at everything. You have to. It's like being an engineer. You gotta sketch it all out and see how it's gonna go. And it sounds like you send up a lot of test balloons, just seeing what's gonna be right for the right people in the right area.
Is there any way I could box her up and ship her to San Diego?
Sure. Absolutely. Come on down.
Just gonna FedEx you out there.
Okay. No, you're the one that cooks, not me.
Hey, listen, I love to cook and I love barbecue, but there is really it is
There's a
it's
science
far beyond
to what you're doing.
Yeah, it's far beyond just lighting charcoal and throwing stuff on a grill. There's a lot of technique to it. Obviously, you've seen every approach, to good barbecue, and then you decipher what you like the best, and so on and so forth. But that sounds. I'm very jealous.
I know you're jealous. I know it.
I want to sit next to a pit master for a living.
So, in terms of equipment, what would you say is like the best equipment that like someone like us could buy? Like you buy these big industrial, smokers and stuff, but do they bring it down to a lower scale for the everyday person, or
the most important thing with barbecue is to not be intimidated by barbecue. And the problem that people have is that when you talk about barbecue, you make people feel like it's a craft that they can't attain. And the only way that anybody gets good at barbecue is by making bad barbecue. So
I think that's true for any cooking.
Yeah,
I've screwed everything up.
You don't need to have whatever equipment you have fire, and that's all you need. You have fire, you have good meat, you have the internet, so you can Google, literally any recipe and find content, whether it's a podcast,
Right.
a YouTube channel, a TikTok video, an Instagram account. And there's people that have made incredible stuff, and you just have to be willing to make a commitment that tonight your barbecue is not going to taste good, but are you willing to make barbecue again the next night or the next week and then do
And
it a
try
little
it.
bit better?
Yeah, do it
That's it.
better, try something different,
Yeah,
yeah.
it has
It's
nothing.
definitely
I mean,
true.
you know, we build our barbecue like we build our media, and that's low and slow. The
Mm.
problem with barbecue is the same problem with content, is that people want great barbecue right away. They want to turn on the grill and all of a sudden I have a great brisket.
Right,
Yeah.
It doesn't work
right.
like that. The
I
same reason
know.
when someone starts a podcast, I want to have a great podcast. You're going to have bad podcasts. You're going to have
Yeah.
bad videos. You're going to make
Uh-huh.
bad blogs. You're going to have a
Yeah.
bad website. But like, if you keep doing it day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, all of a sudden you'll start to have opportunities that nobody else has because people quit. I mean, 90% of podcasters stop after 25 episodes. How many episodes are you guys at?
I'm up to, I think this week is number 36. We launched last July.
So you're
So
already
we're not even
past
a
you're
year
already
into
past
it.
90% of the people that quit.
Yeah.
Wow, I never heard that number before. That's
90%.
No, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit because you're just not going to be a star overnight. It takes a lot of time. You got to build up a following.
Do you know how
And
long it took?
because we're eclectic, like people talk about what's your niche, well, guess what? I got a couple of niches because I'm not just an educator or, I'm not doing just barbecue or just media or publications. My content is eclectic. I talk to a lot of people who do a lot of things. So I have a lot of niches. I can put out lifestyle, technology, music. There's a lot that I can do. And there's a lot of area that I can go to. But it takes time. It takes time, it takes patience. And that's what I have. I'm retired. So I have the time and I have the patience to just do it, just work on it,
And you have purple.
And I have purple
That's
hair
what
yet.
it is. That's the finisher right there.
Yes, I have purple hair. So I'm gonna tell you right now, L'Oreal is gonna give me a sponsorship. They will give me a sponsorship.
I
I
love
will
it.
not rest until L'Oreal gives me a
We're gonna
sponsorship.
have you on for part two, Shawn.
I say, sure, guess what?
Purple
I don't know why. I don't know
cake.
why you're laughing. I told Toast the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm laughing because I know she'll make it happen.
exactly. I'm a very
And I
persistent
love that
person.
toast hat, by the way.
Yeah.
I made
Awesome.
it myself. It's my own toast hat.
I like it.
What did you say? You hate it?
No, he made it.
I made it.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I made it.
Okay. So yeah, it's like, well, like your food is you're doing it slow. I'm doing things slow too, but I think I'm gonna have a very good return on what I'm doing. Because I'm
You're
a very
invest-
persistent person and I'm a very positive person and I'm a talker and I don't care who I talk to. I mean, I sit next to people on the plane and I give them my cards and they're gonna come on my show because they were
It's called
interesting.
stalking.
Yeah, stalking. I stalk people.
Stalk people.
Yeah.
Fine.
Everywhere I go, I start up a conversation. I carry my cards with me everywhere. I went out to lunch with a group of women and I asked the kid, like, where did you get that crystal? And he's like, well, I have a YouTube crystal shop. Really? Let me see. Okay, he showed it to me. I said, I'm a podcaster. Really? What's your podcast? Here's my cards.
Mm-hmm.
You're marketing yourself everywhere you
You're
go,
in-
everything that you do. You're marketing yourself, you're marketing your product, you're marketing your brand.
That's right.
And that's the only way you can do it. But you
I
have to
agree.
be persistent. And I think a lot of people that don't make it is because they thought it was going to happen overnight, instant gratification. And that's just not the way it is. So what is your sports entertainment? What do you do with sports entertainment? Or was that just the
Part of the San Diego deal.
Yeah, I mean, we built our business around the fact that we're a sports bar, and because we're a sports bar, every single day is a day that some event is happening. So 365 days out of the year.
Right.
Today, for example, is the Sweet 16. So San Diego State Aztecs are playing #1 ranked Alabama, and we're marketing to have people buy barbecue so they can watch the game at home or come to our place and enjoy barbecue in person.
And watch it on the screen.
That's
Okay.
right.
All right. That's a good concept. I like that.
So let me ask you this. What is your favorite barbecue? Like what really hits the spot for you? What's the one thing? Everybody loves chicken, everybody loves brisket, everybody loves ribs. What's the one thing that you really look forward to if you could get your hands on it?
Well, he can get his hands on
No,
it. He
obviously,
makes
but
it,
I'm
but
saying like if he's ready to go and he can have whatever he wants, what would that one thing be?
I mean, I'm biased because we do brisket and we sell the most brisket, and it was the hardest thing for us to perfect. Brisket was the last thing that we added to our menu. So
I love brisket.
once you do brisket the right way, I'm always curious to go and try other people's brisket. I love trying tri-tip too, just to see where our tri-tip stacks up. But yeah, I would say definitely beef brisket and beef tri-tip for sure.
Nice. Texas has some good brisket.
For sure.
Without a doubt. Hell, I've
Absolutely.
flown through Texas, and just even in the airport, they had a place that had in the airport had a place that had phenomenal brisket. But
I was in San Antonio, but I didn't have any barbecue out
that
there.
is honestly on the barbecue scale, that is one of the toughest to perfect, I would think.
I love it.
I'm an Irishman, so when I do brisket, I put Guinness in my brisket. So.
Listen, you can't screw anything up with Guinness.
So yeah, I cook my brisket with Guinness, so you might want to try that. Put some liquor in with your barbecue. Cook it nice and slow.
Right there, you go. I love it.
And St. Patty's Day, you can have your array of Guinness barbecue people home.
Do you have is the family involved at all?
Yep. Yeah, my wife.
In and around everything you do.
Yeah, we are a content creating family, so we're always making videos. We're always unboxing swag and gear and products, and yeah, we call it smartphone storytelling because most people think you need to have some fancy camera or some team to produce content, and all you need is your smartphone.
Okay. Is your wife involved or no?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yep.
Good. Your mom and dad, you got brothers and sisters?
I've never met my father. So my grandfather raised me, my Bulgarian grandfather. He passed away in 2008 when our restaurant was open. But he taught me everything that I know. We always say, stay curious, get involved, ask for help. Those are principles. He was in all kinds of business. He was a medical doctor, and then he got into commercial real estate, residential real estate, tried his hand at breakfast business back in the restaurant that I talked about, that I was bussing tables and washing dishes. But yeah, he was just an incredible man in my life, and grateful for him for taking care of me over all those years.
That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. And what about your mom? Is your mom around?
My mom is around. She lives in San Diego. She's not in the business, but she works at a local hospitality group and does work for them. So we're all kind of in the hospitality business.
Okay, well, that's good.
That's good. Do you get the whole family in the gym?
In the gym? Yeah, pretty much.
You're around enough barbecue, it becomes an issue after a while, especially for, you start getting older and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, we're active, so we like to get out and do a lot of things on the weekends, and even during the weekdays, try to stay as active as we can.
So what do you do outside of the business? Like, what is your some of your hobbies and your passions?
I have a 5-year-old son, and a 3-year-old daughter. That pretty much
encompasses
my world.
They keep you tied down. Well, I mean, obviously, as with their age,
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting, after this interview, I'm going to pick both of them up from daycare and get them out of school early, just so me and my son can watch San Diego State game, because he is now a huge basketball fan at the age of 5, and
He's
Oh,
on board.
so we're dad and son get to watch the game, and if my daughter wants to watch, she's more than welcome to.
oh, that's
That's
so
cool.
cute. That's cute.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Our,
5 years
our
old.
Chiefs are. We just signed one of San Diego's guys.
You did, Drew.
Oh,
Drew
okay.
Tranquil. You got a great signing. He's a stud. He's good, real good.
He's a hell of a player.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess we'll see next season what happens.
Right.
I think the poor Jet fans are like so excited with
Are you
that.
guys in
Right.
Kansas
I think
City?
they're gonna be very disappointed.
What's that?
Are you guys in Kansas City?
No, I'm in Tampa, Florida.
We
Tampa,
have
Florida.
family in Kansas
A
City.
family.
Got it.
Yeah, he used to go out to the games.
When
You
I was a
know.
kid in the summer, I would fly out there and spend the whole summer out there. So I grew up in
Okay.
New Jersey, New York area. So everything was all Yankees and Rangers and Knicks. But football, I went to Kansas City.
Yeah.
Got
So
it.
I suffered for a long time.
Yep. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me about suffering. on the San Diego sports
Well, the
team.
thing I feel the most for everybody in San Diego was, just the team bouncing out of San Diego to LA,
Yeah.
and I've seen that with a lot of teams. Oakland bouncing their team here and there, the Rams bouncing their team to LA from St. Louis. So that, the fanship, they're the ones who suffer,
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
So you just take your barbecue up to LA instead of
That's right.
San Diego.
That's the
Absolutely.
plan.
You go. Well, we're gonna have to get going. And Shawn, I really appreciate you taking the time to be with us
Absolutely.
today. And it was very, very interesting. And I know both my son and my son-in-law want smokers, so it's on the list. It's on the list. And you're gonna listen to what he said about how to cook it.
Hey, listen, I am not afraid to fail.
There
And
you go.
believe me, I got into cooking years ago, and I've screwed everything up.
But
more than once. So.
if you think about it, you have to fail in order to succeed.
Exactly.
Because
Yep.
you have to
Keep
find
at it.
out, you have to learn from your mistakes and get better.
Yep.
That's all you can do.
I get that.
Yes, you will. But Shawn, I really appreciate you being on. I really thank
Absolutely.
you. And you were very interesting. I knew you would be interesting. And for our audience, go to funnyminds.com, and there you will find our store, and we have silly little things with funny minds on it. And also there's two organizations that are very dear to us, and that's Women's Breast Cancer and St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And on our site, there's a big purple button. So if you could please donate to the organizations, because they're very, very important. And our emails are on there. If there's something you'd like to say, something you didn't like, you want to see more of, someone you think is a good fit, let us know. We're always interested to hear anything that you have to say. So with that, Shawn, I'm going to say goodbye. Enjoy your game with your son and your daughter, maybe too. And thank you again. And to my audience, be safe, be happy, be sound. But remember, always laugh, because laughter is the best medicine.
Shawn,
and I say goodbye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.